Thank you for coming back. Today we're going to be looking at ribbing. Ribbing often refers to as stretchy fabric, and it can be, usually you'll see recesses and areas that are not recessed, and it could be any different number combination of stitches. This particular one on the hat is knit 2, purl 2. It's one of the most common ones that you'll see, and ribbing will be stretchy like this. Since I have it, I'm going to show you also. This would be another form of rib, and it is cabling. So here I have a cable with 6 stitches, then there's 2 purls, 2 knits, 2 purls, cable again, and repeat. And as you notice, it is stretchy because of those little purls between. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to do it a little differently this time because I want you to start being able to identify stitches. So I cast it on, and I am going to do a knit 2, purl 2 rib. Here, let me prepare my hands. So the yarn is in front of me, and well, in front of my needle. The needle goes from from left to right in front of the right hand needle. Let me see if I can pull this camera a little bit back away from the table. Oh, there we go. See if that will help, so I'm not bumping into the table with the needle. So I'm going to be purling 2 and knitting 1. Oopsies. On the tripod here I have a part of the tripod has a stick that's poking into me. It doesn't happen when I'm doing it right-handed, but it does when I'm doing it left-handed. So it slows me down. Makes it a little bit more uncomfortable. And also prefer not to work quite so far away from myself. So I'm knitting 2, purling 2 purling 2, knitting 1 all the way across. Here's my 2 purls. Notice that whenever I'm going from knitting to purling or vice versa, I'm moving the yarn. Knitting, the yarn is behind you, so you take the yarn, pull it back between both needles, then you knit. You need to purl, you bring the yarn forward, go into the stitch like you purl, and then drop it off. So we're going to switch hands here, and on the opposite side we do the reverse. So I'm going to knit 2, purl 1. And then after this row, I'm going to actually show you what the stitches look like right underneath, so you could identify them a little bit better and learn how to knit according to what you see rather than having to keep careful track of the rows with something simple like ribbing. There are some patterns you will want to keep track of rows, like cabling, but if it's a simple cabling pattern and you know how to count the stitches and count the rows and identify your stitches, you won't get easily lost. You'll be a little bit more of an independent knitter. Won't need quite as much help once you learn how to identify what you're looking at. Okay, so when we turn this around, we'll start identifying the stitches. Okay, so here, what you're looking at, right above my thumb, the two little bumps, those are pearls, and then the little braid here is a knit. So the knits facing are thin, and then the pearls are the larger areas back there. So when you see that bump right above, hold on, right above, if you see that bump right below your needle, then you're going to be purling. See, there's the little bump. So we're going in and we're purling. Here's that flat braid, so I'm taking the yarn back and I'm going to knit. There's the two bumps, so I'm bringing the yarn forward and we're going to purl. Bringing the yarn back because it's that knit. Bringing the yarn forward. There's the two bumps, so we're going to purl those two. But if you start being able to identify what you're looking at, it will be really easy. If you were just following a pattern, you would just have to know one row is going to be knit 2, purl 2, knit 1, purl 2. And then the opposite way would be knit 2, purl 1. But it's easier if you can look and figure out what you're looking at. And the other side, the pearls are already getting recessed. The pearls kind of suck in, and since it's the knits you're usually seeing on this opposite side, those come forward, and then the pearl is this little tiny lump right there. That's my end. So from here, I'm going to knit 2 because it's the smooth braid looking one. There's the bump, so we bring the yarn forward and we purl. See that little bump again? Bring the yarn forward, purl, bring the yarn back, and knit. So I'll show you the opposite side again. You have an extra couple rows on there. So you're able to start seeing how the knit stitch is popping forward and the pearls get sucked back. And that's what ribbing looks like. Show you again this one. This one the stitches are just even, so there's just a little bit more room between them. But it's knit 2, purl 2, knit 2, purl 2. And what we just did here was purl 2, knit 1, purl 2, knit 1. So I hope that makes things a little bit more easy for you as far as understanding ribbing. Ribbing is usually just to create a nice stretchy fabric. Let me know what type of things you guys are wanting to see here in the future, and I'll be trying to get some more tutorials up soon. Thanks so much.